this, alien pawn on c6, much as like
But
they lost at some point. But that would have been better than g4, right?
Yeah, I think g4 was just based on a miscalculation.
gh5, bishop takes, king takes, d takes e4, and this is winning for black.
Yeah.
I just realized I did not highlight all the doubled, tripled pawns in the position. The h pawns are also doubled.
Why does two knights up though?
Yeah, but
so maybe
only
you
for a
could
brief
give one.
moment.
You give one back.
Queen c2 was played and ef3 happened.
Yeah. And now.
Too many things hanging, right?
Wait, okay, the pawn on h5 really is going to fall. I accept that one. But a knight is the king's best friend. And I'm going to... Can you go into ultimate grovel? I was thinking knight f1.
F1, yeah, but queen h5 and...
And then rook e4.
We have to have a plan. How do we defend g2 when queen h3 happens?
Okay, hang on a second. You're right.
I was afraid of rook e4
queen g5
feels fine, right? But then queen g5 or queen h3 and this is like super duper awkward. How do we?
There is no plan.
Probably the answer is we don't. We lose. We said.
Well, some moves are coming in fast, so.
Yeah, ef3 is on the board. Rook to g1.
Okay.
So he starts with rook g1, and now in case of queen h5, he will play knight f1. So the rook, he lets the rook go in first, and then this rook's going to come to e1. This rook's going to be lifted to g3, something of that nature. And then a friend computer might actually say, you know what? Hang on. Can I go here? Or would it be?
But then you go rook. Oh, your plan.
Attacking both this and this.
Okay, so knight f1.
And in case of knight f1, I was hoping for to advance the pawn. But it doesn't go any far.
Then a queen.
Yeah, this, right? Or
I was thinking queen c1.
Queen c1.
Living the best life on the back rank.
Queen h4 though.
Rook g3.
Rook g3. And somehow you're conjuring some sort of blockade.
It's not pretty chess, but...
Yeah, it might fall apart, but it might not. Yeah. Right, so black... And also part of me feels like, you know what, maybe I should just like start grubbing material.
Okay.
Because why not?
Knight f1. Rook g1 I think is a good practical try.
Yeah.
Knight f1.
Knight f1, and then black needs to play... Black actually needs to be precise, now that I realize.
Can you throw in a check? Because I wanted to get an e4.
Check here.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Rook g3.
Why don't I... yeah, because rook g3.
And now e4.
Now e4. But then rook e1, right? And we can go rook f...
Rook
so
f.
this one's hanging now, right? Or not? Yeah, rook f4. But somehow you do believe black's winning, right? The white's absolutely paralyzed, but still you need to find this kind of final touch. Because rook on f4, it does defend the pawn, but does it? Maybe rook g4, rook g3 is what you... Even then is not given. And again, like, if I press the magical button and ask the computer what to do, it'll be -5, black wins, easy peasy. But that's your illustration, guys, that during the game, no one tells you the move, and moreover, no one tells you what the evaluation is. You have a very good estimation that your position's winning, right, here. But still, you know what? This one... you've completely misplayed it, and no, it's no longer better. So after rook g1, queen to h5, let's ask the strong player. Knight f1, queen h4, we were correct. Rook here, e4, rook e1, and rook f4 is not good.
Rook f4, right? It's literally why I wanted to do this.
I would think the same, but rook d3 is what we do. So this one still cannot be taken, and I guess you're doubling on on the f file the next, on a d file, on a d file next move. So the rook f goes to d8, and then you start having some nasty like rook d2, queen h2 thingies. and I guess this is winning. So while it is winning, we've played, but look how tricky it is. Because we've played 3 best moves according to the computer, and then we played one tempting, humanly understandable move, rook f4, and we've given up all the advantage. So how tricky, how elusive this kind of type of I have a winning position situations are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, and yeah, I mean, actually, it probably hinges on this rook to d3.
Yeah.
Now I think about
Right.
it, and there we actually could see in the background that there were some moves being played very quickly between
Volokityan and
Volokityan and
Nepov
Nepov.
finished their game, and it's a draw.
I would have guessed it was a draw by the tempo which they were
Yes, so
playing.
Volokityan and Nepov. So that was fair square game, I imagine,
Yeah.
judging from the final position, which is, just queen 3 versus queen 3. Aronian and Martirosyan made the draw as well. Remember the endgame,
Yeah.
bishop versus knight, with rooks on the board. But on our very top boards, no draws yet. And Hubbard, board 57, where we have Divya playing Puranik Abhimanyu.